In this tutorial, we'll walk through the general settings in the GI log configuration and explain how each section works. The main purpose of this page is to allow you to manage parameter values by adding new ones or hiding system-defined options and to customize how descriptions appear in your logs. This page is divided into 5 main sections: general, samples, well and backfill, field tests, and stratigraphy. All sections work in a similar way, except for the description field in the stratigraphy section, which works a bit differently. Let's start with the general section. This is where you manage project-wide parameters such as elevation datum, equipment, drilling method, hammer type, and hammer efficiency. You can select a parameter from the drop-down to view existing values or add a new one using the add option. For example, under drilling method, you can see the available methods here. If you want to add a new drilling method, simply click add and enter the value. The new method will then appear at the bottom of the drop-down list. If there's a value you use frequently, you can set it as the default, so it is automatically applied in the module. It's important to note that system-defined values cannot be deleted. They can only be hidden or unhidden. On the other hand, any values that you add yourself can be edited or deleted at any time. For hammer-related inputs, there is a specific order to follow. You need to define the hammer type first, and then assign the hammer efficiency for that specific hammer. For example, if we add a new hammer type such as hammer A, and then move to the hammer efficiency parameter, you'll see hammer A listed in the dropdown, but it doesn't have a value yet. To assign an efficiency, select hammer A and input a value, for example 0.45. Next is the samples section. This section controls the available options for sample type and sample symbol. Here you can see the list of sample types, as well as the available sample symbols in this symbol gallery. To add a new symbol, please note that the file must be in SVG format. Moving on to the well and backfill section, this is where you can view and manage options for well and backfill parameters. Available parameters include pipe type, well backfill, pipe symbol, and backfill hatch. Similar to the samples section, you can manage graphical elements through the symbol gallery, and again, all files must be in SVG format. In the field test section, you can configure parameters related to field testing, which are sampler type and additional correction factors. Split spoon and modified California samplers are available by default, and you can add more sampler types if needed. Similar to the hammer settings, there is a dependency here. You must first define the sampler type before assigning any additional correction factors to it. Now let's look at the stratigraphy section. This is where you customize stratigraphy parameters and define how soil and rock descriptions appear in your logs. Just like in the other sections, you can add new values, hide existing ones, or set a default for each parameter. You can also customize the soil and rock description format. The default description order is shown in gray text, which serves as a reference for how the information is currently structured. To modify the description, you can either type the @ symbol to insert parameters or use the Add Parameter button. Formatting tools are available as well, allowing you to apply bold, italic, underline, capitalization, and alignment options to organize the output as needed. Let's create a new description, apply some formatting, and see how it appears in the log. Once you're done, click the Save button to apply your changes. Please note that to apply a new description order to the existing stratigraphy entries, you need to click the Reset Auto Description button. This will update the log with your new format automatically. If needed, you can always click Reset to Default to restore the original system format. This concludes our overview of the General Settings tab. Thank you for watching.